Hi there, my name is Roland and I'm a home builder. Everything you see behind me, I did it all by hand. This big tractor thingy here, yeah, I used that all to lift all the wood and the stuff and put it all together. Actually, that's a lie. But I am a home builder in the sense that we are building this home, my wife and I. We're using a builder to do it though. And I really wanted to talk a little bit about sustainability. As we were looking into building a home, I really wanted to kind of talk about sustainability because there's a lot of really great benefits to it. Number one, there's a ton of savings that can be had over the course of a lifetime or even a few years. So I want to talk about, if there's no other reason for you to tune into these videos, I want to really hit home on the savings that can be had. Number two, the convenience. There's a lot of convenience when it comes to using sustainable practices with building. And then number three, the impact, and this one's a little bit more obvious for most, right? The impact of building sustainably. So really the reason why I wanted to create these videos to begin with is the resources out there aren't that great. You have kind of your traditional agencies, government agencies that focus on certifications, they focus on badges that you can get when you build sustainable, but it's really hard to kind of sort through that information. There's a lot of it, and a lot of it's geared towards builders. Same things with online forums. There's a ton of them. There's a ton of blogs, tons of videos. They're more geared towards builders than they are homeowners. I spent probably hundreds of hours going through them. I would highly recommend, if you are looking for some good videos on topics that are related to sustainable building and best practices when it comes to building, Matt Reisinger's The Build Show is a really good resource. I use those videos a lot just in kind of researching information, but again, sometimes a little bit lengthy and sometimes a little bit more geared towards the actual builder or the person who's putting hands on the house themselves. And then really the person that sparked our interest in this was our architect. Architects can be a great resource for building as well, for building sustainably. But at the end of the day, you'd want to kind of rely on your builder, right? The builder would be the person who's doing the work. They should be able to be a consultant for building sustainably. Well, not exactly. I talked to probably 20 builders, and none of them are really, they say that they're green builders, right? A lot of builders will tell you I'm a green builder, but what that means is they're simply just meeting the codes that require them to build in that certain way. They're not actually taking it a step further. But you can't really blame them, right? Because traditional builders they're used to doing things traditionally. A lot of builders are used to doing things traditionally because they're so comfortable with it. They've done it for years, they're used to it, they know how to get in and they know how to get out, they know how to make it happen and do it in a really good way. And at the end of the day, their name is on the house. So they have to warranty it, they have to guarantee their work. So they're gonna do it in the way that's easy as possible. So cheapest, quickest, easiest is kind of the theme, and best showing. They want it to look really good. Because at the end of the day, they're a business and they wanna make a profit. So why then is it really hard to get builders why are they resistant to building green? Well, number one, I would actually not blame the builder, I would blame the homeowner. A lot of people move, they're only in a house for, I think the latest stat is 10 years. They're not so concerned with the materials themselves, they're more concerned with what the finishes look like and how the house shows themselves. And then they're also looking for really affordable homes, right? Everyone wants a home that's going to be pretty cheap to build. So at the end of the day, homeowners aren't really pushing for this. I think there's a lot of information around there too. There's special interests pouring money into convincing you that traditional ways are the way to do it. There's a lot of money in building. A lot of times people think of green building or sustainable building and you think of this really ugly house with no windows that's just really just not a thing to look at, not a good thing to look at, and covered in solar panels, and that's just not the case. There's ways to do this that don't come out that way. And then last but not least, people think a lot about sustainable building as expensive, so we're going to counter that myth as well.